Hey, my name is Brian Johnson, and I'm one of the pastors of Williamsburg United Methodist Church, and this is our weekly midweek video, chance to talk about faith, life, something that's going on in the world. Today, I want to talk about what I have been experiencing, because you came here just to hear me talk all about me. So this week, we've got, I don't know if you know this, we've got some weather coming this weekend here in Williamsburg, and really it feels like for a huge chunk of the country. And I have been in weather, I don't know if anxiety is the right word, but maybe pre-anxiety, approaching anxiety for much of the week. I've been waiting to make decisions. I was actually supposed to be traveling this weekend with one of my kids, and early in the week, I thought, oh, it looks really bad. We're going to get all this snow. What should I do? Later, we're making plans for church and what we're going to do. By the way, if you're wondering what we're going to do for worship on Sunday, stay tuned. We'll announce that on all of our communications channels. But I've spent a lot of time in this, ready to move, but unable to move yet. I couldn't do anything about my trip until the weather became locked in and the airlines started to allow changes. We couldn't really make decisions about what was going to happen this Sunday for in-person worship, and we'll have online worship no matter what, so don't worry. But we couldn't make decisions about in-person worship before we were close to the day, right? A couple days ago, one of the projections had over 20 inches of snow coming here in Williamsburg, and now it's looking like 4 or 5 inches of snow and some ice, which is maybe even worse because the ice is scary. But I couldn't move yet, but I wanted to. I had to take some time to figure out what is it that I can do right now, what is it that I need to do right now, what do I need to prepare for right now, and what do I just need to wait on? And in that waiting, I had to figure out how not to be just kind of a mess of anxiety, right? The trip I was about to go on with one of my sons, I'd been planning for over a year. We were really excited about it. And so I had a lot of grief around, oh, will we get to do this? Should I go? Should I not go? This is about more than weather. Often in life, we find ourselves with situations that maybe grieve us, situations that make us worried. Maybe it's the state of the world these days. Maybe it's some issue of justice you care about. There are things going on in the world. And part of what it means to live faithfully is to figure out what is ours to do right now, what is ours to do at some time in the future that we need to prepare ourselves for, and what is something that is not ours to do and we need to let it go, even if it's not ours to do now or for a season. I wonder, what are the things in your life that are causing you stress and anxiety that there is something you can do about it? So for example, eventually I changed my airplane tickets. Eventually we're making decisions about the weather here. There are things in our lives that we can do things about, that we can make healthy preparations for, that we can do work to address. But there are also things in our lives that we can't do that about, or that we can't do that about yet. So what I want to invite you to consider is, where is God calling you to act right now? And where is God calling you to wait patiently until it's time to act? And where is God calling you to say, hey, there's nothing I can do about whether or not it snows. There's nothing I can do about whether or not there is ice. I can prepare around it, and then I have to walk faithfully through it. So what is the thing in your life that all you can do is live faithfully in the midst of it? If you're called to speak up for justice, how can you be ready to do that when it's time and live faithfully in the moments when you're watching and seeing hurt that's happening? If you're called to care for someone who's in need, how can you do that when it is your moment to do it, but also find ways to care for yourself in between? God is calling all of us to do lots of stuff in this world. And yet God also calls us to remember that the whole world does not depend upon us and we do not control all things. So may you find space to wait faithfully when you need to wait, to prepare yourself for when you're ready to take that action, to act faithfully when you're called upon, and to know that there are times when all we can do is wait and get ready and be ready for that time when it will be time to move. I hope that makes sense, and it's not just my crazy ramblings based on my spending too much time looking at weather reports this week. But have a good week. Stay safe in whatever weather you're facing. Make sure to check out williamsburgumc.org and all of our social media channels and emails for updates about weather coming soon. And you are loved. Peace.